Halloween. See you on the couch. Hello and happy Halloween, friends. Thanks so much for spending it with me here on Nanny Jen's Storytime Couch. I, first of all, want to make a very special announcement about our fundraiser giveaway raffle where you could win Periwinkle and 2 books that we read on the couch about bats this month. One was called Bats at the Library and Rufus, the Bat Who Loved Colors. And the winner, well, I should say the winners, because it is Miss L's class at Gulfstream Academy in Hallandale Beach, Florida. Thanks so much for donating to Bat World Sanctuary, and I can't wait to send you these books and your new class bat. So, without further ado, shall we get right into our Halloween stories? The first book we're going to read is called A Very Brave Witch, where we are going to see what happens when a witch decides she's not so afraid of humans anymore. You're not going to believe this, but poof! I'm a witch! My favorite holiday? Well, what do you think? That's right, Halloween! I love the decorations. And I especially love the costumes. Witches Estate Sub-Basement Costume Unit. More costumes. You might not believe this, but most witches are afraid of humans. Did she say humans? Why? Because, well, humans aren't green like us. Big Book of Humans. I'm not afraid though. I've done my research. Here are the facts. Strange but true. Most humans are afraid to fly. Most humans do not wear pointy hats. Humans are rarely known to cackle. Nothing too bad, except, you know, the green thing. It's time for this brave witch to take a closer look. Hang on, kitty. We're going in. Listen, what's that I hear? Those humans are saying trick-or-treat? No one can trick-or-treat like me. Shwoop, vroom, zoom. Yikes! Are you okay? A real human? Sweet costume. That was quite a spill. I'm being touched by a human hand. I've always dreamed of flying. Flying? Have I got a treat for you? Hop on. Some witches, the very brave ones, are not afraid of humans, and some humans, the very brave ones, are not afraid to fly. Happy Halloween! Yes, I love it. It's good to be brave. Make new friends, try new things, and it's also good to learn about things that you are afraid of, just like this little witch did. When she said that she was not afraid of humans, she showed you that she looked it up in a book and learned more about them and decided they weren't so bad, which that's great, isn't it? I mean, we could all do a little more learning about things that we are afraid of. Our next book on this Halloween special, part 2, is Mother Ghost by Rachel Kolar and illustrated by Roland Garrigue. I may have pronounced that incorrectly, but either way, beautiful cover. I love this book. It's adorable, and maybe you'll recognize some of the nursery rhymes in it. Let's see. Boys and girls come trick or treat. The moon is bright, the candy's sweet. Leave your houses and leave the light, and join the goblin folk in the night. Come with a whoop and come with a call. Come with brave hearts or not at all. Up the walkway and to the door. Hold out your sack with a monster's roar. Howl and cackle and shout and cheer, because Halloween is finally here. The man in the moon looked out of the sky, and then we heard him say, I'm wide awake, it's now the time, all monsters come to play. Mary had a little ghost, his face was white as cloud, and everywhere that Mary went, he followed in his shroud. He followed her to school one day, so misty, pale, and cool. The children screamed and ran away to see a ghost at school. Hey diddle diddle, black cat with a fiddle, the ghoul danced a jig in his tomb. The skeleton laughed to see such sport, and the witch flew away on her broom. Zombie Miss Muffet sat on a tuffet, eating her worms and dirt, when along came a spider who sat down beside her, and so she ate him for dessert. What are little bats made of, made of? What are little bats made of? Wings and night and a vampire's bite, that's what little bats are made of. What are little ghouls made of, made of? What are little ghouls made of? Skin and bones and noisy groans, that's what little ghouls are made of. Old Mother Hubbard went to the cupboard to fetch her poor dog a bone, but the skeleton there said, Hey, don't you dare! Leave all my pieces alone! Sing a song of witches, pocket full of sage, 24 blackbirds locked in a cage. When the cage was open, the birds took to the sky, but before they flew away, they had a trick to try. The witch was in the garden, picking thyme and rue, cackling as she dreamed of tasty blackbird stew. She hobbled to her cauldron and mixed her herbs with care, when down came those blackbirds and pulled out her hair. Mary, Mary, tall and scary, how does your graveyard grow? With buried bones and carved gray stones and little ghosts all in a row. Frankenstein had a marvelous mind, and a marvelous mind had he. He called for some arms, he called for some eyes, and he called for his thunderbolts 3. His 3 new monsters all came to life when they felt that electricity. There's none so fine as Frankenstein and his marvelous monsters 3. Little boy Drac, come sound the call. The bats in the belfry, the rats in the wall. Where's the boy who looks after those creeps? He's inside his coffin, fast asleep. Will you wake him? No, not I. My garlic breath will make him cry. Twinkle, twinkle, lantern Jack, grinning orange against the black, crouched beneath the window light like a watchman in the night. Wee Willie Werewolf runs down the street, upstairs and downstairs on his clawed feet, growling at the window, howling at the skies. Are the monsters all in bed? The sun's about to rise. Oh, I do love a story about a werewolf, don't you? Well, I hope you enjoyed both of those really sweet Halloween stories. And I also hope you enjoyed your own special spooky Halloween. I would love to know how you celebrated it this year. Please write me a note in the comments or send me an email at storytimecouch@gmail.com. I would love to hear from you guys and see some of your costumes. I obviously am dressed up as a bat, which seemed appropriate for all the bat learning we did this month. And I love Halloween. I'm gonna spend it outside looking at the beautiful full moon that we are going to have. Hope all of you little werewolves get to go have a peek at that beautiful full moon. The second full moon this month, which means that it is called a blue moon. That's why you might ever hear someone say, once in a blue moon, because it is rare to have 2 full moons in 1 month, like we are having this October. Also, I'm sure you saw the beautiful snow that happened if you live in New England like me, and maybe you saw me flying in at the beginning of this episode in yesterday's snow. Ooh, it was chilly and beautiful. What's the weather like where you live, I wonder? Do you have to dress extra warm in your Halloween costume if you're dressing up this year? Or do you get to wear whatever you want because you live in sunny Florida like some of my friends in Miss L's class? All right, well, I'm gonna wrap it up so that I can go eat some candy and enjoy my Halloween. But it has been wonderful reading these stories to you and learning about bats all month. And I just want to thank every single person who donated and shared my story and fundraiser for Bat World Sanctuary. We were able to raise well over $100, which I think is fantastic because this is a pretty small community still. So thank you from the bottom of my heart to everyone, and I hope you have a very happy Halloween.